This video here right now is going to be the turning point of something really good or the beginning of the end. And honestly, I'm okay with either because at some point in life, you got to take risks. And this is one of those risks that I am going to do with the channel. So if you guys care to watch all the way through, I appreciate it. If not, it's all good. Let's go on ahead and get into everything, man, because there's a lot going through my mind, and I figured that this video is probably the best way to go on ahead and put it for y'all so you guys understand where I'm coming from. And no, this is not a goodbye. Now, I started doing content 3 years ago, over 3 years ago, and it has probably been one of the best things that I've ever done. The connections, the friends. I mean, I've been in rooms that I never thought I'd be in. I've met people that I never thought I'd meet. I mean, it has been a fantastic journey all the way through, and there's no regrets. I love what I do, and this is not something that I'm going to stop anytime soon. But over the last couple of years, I do feel like maybe I've begun to box myself, and maybe not the last couple of years, but maybe the last year, right? Because as you guys know, everybody's tuned in to see what's coming for the next WWE 2K from January to March, and then April, May, you got those 2 months where people are enjoying the game and they're seeing what's new and people are still tuning in. But from June all the way till January, it's like there's this big, massive space. And I feel like maybe it's due to lack of different wrestling games, right? Because WWE 2K is really honestly, and no offense to any company or anybody else, I just feel like that is the only wrestling game at the moment that is really worth speaking about at times, right? Because everything is so unknown and we are waiting on Ultra Pro Wrestling, right? And we're waiting on the wrestling code and we're still waiting on those games, but the reality is they won't be as big as a WWE 2K game. The budget, everything, it just doesn't combine, right? And obviously, throughout this year, I do feel that gameplay-wise, WWE 2K put out a great game. And I think that there's a lot of issues within the actual modes and the way things work and how they're intended to work, but they don't work how they're intended to work. There's just a lot of that, but this video is not really even about that. It's just about the fact that I'm in a box, right? And I, as a creator, and I feel like every creator should feel this way, I genuinely feel that I am bigger than the views that I'm getting because I feel like I put out quality content. I work hard. I do what I need to do to make sure that the channel is up to par and the quality. And I want everybody that when they click on my video, they're like, oh man, this guy has a nice setup. He edits well. He does this well, right? And again, I'm not leaving the WWE games community because this is something that I love. These are my roots. This is what I enjoy to do. But as we've seen other content creators branch out, right? And we've seen guys like Assemble, who is a big, as much of a friend that he is also a big inspiration to me. It was a big inspiration to me when I started doing what I was doing with YouTube and seeing him go branch out and do his thing with WWE. That has been amazing for him and it's worked out for him, right? And seeing what he's done and build his platform and grow out of just the WWE games box, that has been inspiring. And somebody else, who has been, a best friend to me since the day I've met him, Kenny Baum. I mean, a lot of you guys know about him and he's been on this channel multiple times. But one thing that I admire about him is that he's never been scared to give something else another shot on his channel, regardless of, while he sticks with his roots, with whatever he's built, but obviously just adding, right? And that's what this video is about. Just Bryan is a brand that has really been built on WWE games, and I feel that right now this is the turning point of it's time to start building something bigger, right, than the box that I'm in. WWE games, we're always going to cover that. That's never going to go away. But I do understand that there could be some ramifications based on how you decide to go around the YouTube algorithm and how you decide to handle things. And that's why this risk is a bit scary for me because I genuinely do feel that, this could either be the beginning of the end or this could be the beginning of something beautiful and something that, was worth doing. Right now is probably the best time as WWE games has cooled down. Right, we still have the Hardys DLC and all that will be covered on this channel. As always, everything will go as regularly scheduled, but this video is to let people know things are going to change. And I don't know if I'm going to go all the way out through sports games, but UFC, playing that game on stream, even though I had the game early, so obviously I was one of the only streamers, streaming it at the time, but it opened my eyes that people can sometimes watch you for you and not the video game that you cover. And I think that's where I'm kind of at the moment, where I feel that, okay, maybe it's time where I could give this a try, and maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, but it may be one of the moves that's required. Because if I show you guys something and I show you guys this stat, this is something for you guys to know. This channel is gaining less than 200 subs a month right now. And the views, to me, they aren't the problem, because again, people lose interest, and that's completely understandable. But when you're posting as much as I do monthly, and when you do that as much as you do, and you see that the subs are barely going up, that is a bit demoralizing. And that's me being open, right? If there's any creators going through the same thing at the moment, hey, I'm going through it too. And that's completely okay. It's about how you approach it going forward. And lately, it has just felt demoralizing as a content creator. I lately don't even want to sometimes create content. And I don't want to feel that way anymore, because I genuinely do love what I do. This is not only my craft, and I've grown up loving this. I've been doing stuff in the internet and streaming and doing YouTube. I mean, when I tell you guys I feel that I was born for this, I feel like I was born for this. I was born to somehow find ways to entertain people that enjoy the content. I've been doing this for a really long time. 10, 11 years old. I had my first capture card. Everybody has a different journey, and that's why I always tell people, don't give up, right? If you are 2, 3 years into this and you feel that you haven't seen the growth, sometimes it's just an approach change that you might need to do. Because if you feel that you are born to do what you do, then you likely are, and you just need to go on ahead and switch the approach. And that's what I'm doing at the moment. I'm switching the approach to the channel. You guys are going to see a different personality from time to time, and a lot of the gameplay stuff is going to go up on the Just Bryan live channel. If you guys are interested in seeing me play any games, it's going to be on there. GTA 6 comes out a couple months from now, fingers crossed. That is something that I want to have the ability to cover, whether it's on this channel or the Just Bryan live channel. But at the end of the day, one thing that I want to do is not have any regrets over what I did. I don't want to think back 3 years down the line. Imagine if I just stopped only covering WWE games content and mixed that in, and now I have a mixed bag, right? I don't want to think about that 3 years down the line and have the regret as to why I didn't grow as much as I felt that I should have grown. And that's just where I'm at, and that's why I feel that it's best to make this video, so the audience that has been following me and has been there for me this whole time, and you guys have helped build this solid community that we have. Because regardless of the people that want to say, that I could be glazing or doing certain things at times and being disrespectful, there's so much positive to go around this community and this channel, and that's thanks to you guys. And thanks to you guys, I've been able to do things, again, that I never thought I'd be able to do. Creator Fest, both years in a row. That is crazy, bro, to me. Like, I still think about it. I'm like, man, like, this is life. This is crazy, But with that being said, the one thing that I do want to say is I'm not going to just start throwing in 10 different games on the channel. That's not what we're doing. We're going to do this step by step. UFC is a game that I have been enjoying a lot, and shout out to WWE for sending me an early copy, where if you guys did see that stream on Thursday night, that was super, super dope. And again, that was one of the points, I guess you could say, even in my career, that opened my eyes as to, okay, we can do different things. This channel is probably going to grow into something where combat and fighting games are a part of it, in my opinion. I don't think that I'm going to go out and do a whole bunch of crazy stuff. You guys are not going to wake up and see Crossy Roads or whatever that game is called on my channel the next day. Again, it's going to be something that we are going to build towards. And UFC, I feel like that is a game that I play a lot, and I feel that I can build off of and talk about the content. And it's not just going to be gameplay, right? It's going to be the same type of things, reporting news, the way that I do WWE stuff, but is also going to be done with the UFC game. And then from there, we're going to continue building and building and building and seeing where that goes. And again, WWE games content, that's not going anywhere. You guys are still going to see that all the time. But this video for me was to let you guys know that things are going to change and you guys are going to start seeing different content. Whether you like the content and you want to watch it, I appreciate it. Whether you don't like the content and you're here for WWE stuff, I appreciate that as well. You guys can click on whatever you want to click on. I'm not going to be upset or feel some sort of way. At the end of the day, this is just parts of building. This is a building block. This is something that I love to do, and this is just part of the beginning of the change. So if you guys did stick all the way through, what is that, 11 minutes? I appreciate y'all. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. You guys have been enjoying the content. I'm going to catch y'all. Peace.